Well, what's going on, guys? My name is Lubcubs, and welcome back to another Blog Talk. I'm joined once again with T. How's it going, my guy?
Doing great, man. How you doing?
I'm good. I didn't upload a Blog Talk last week because T went out and broke his nose. So, how you doing that, buddy?
I did. It's great. It's fantastic.
It's fantastic.
I'm a little stuffed up right now, but everything else is going fantabulous.
That's awesome. I'm so
my
glad
nose
to
is
hear.
all back to normal.
Is it?
Well,
Completely healed.
For the most part, it's getting there. It'll be completely healed in the next few days.
Right.
Yeah.
In the last video,
Yes.
guys, we talked about Minecraft future updates, and in today's video, we're going to talk about Minecraft's past updates and currently what we have in Minecraft and all of our favorite things we enjoyed about the game. We realized in the last couple, we've kind of, what's the term I want to use here, T?
We spoke ill of the game that we actually love.
Yeah. I mean, we both love this game. It's an amazing game. We play it every single day. Well, at least I play it every single day. I literally, it's my job. So
it's your job. But I mean, I jump on here and play, like when we get off of our little chat, I still play for like another 30, 40 minutes. And then I try to play on the PlayStation. And, I'm going to go as far as saying from here on out that I don't think I could ever go back to playing on console after being on PC for so long. Not that console is bad. It's just that the controls on a PC are substantially easier to manage, where that's all I played on before was on the Xbox 360, and the Xbox One, and then now on the Switch and everything else. But I don't think I can do it anymore.
No, 100%. I agree. It's I went to Bedrock a little bit and on the Switch, and I just didn't like it that much. But
yeah, not my favorite thing. I'm surrounded by villagers now. All right.
In the last video, you guys actually may have noticed that there was a lot of choppiness. I don't know what's going on with my computer. I'm having issues with the recording. If you guys just want to sit back and listen to the video, that'd be great. I'm hoping I fixed it with the new hard drive updates I've done. I may not have, so if it's still choppy, I am super sorry about that. I will try to get it fixed. But just sit back, listen to our podcast, and listen to us chat about it.
So, I got villagers all staring at me. It's kind of creepy. Like I've got 3 villagers on 3 levels of blocks, and they're all looking down at me like they want to murder my face.
What did you do? You found
Nothing.
Stored up somewhere or something?
No, I don't have a house today. I want to build a house.
Okay.
And I just have I have a couple beds here because they keep stealing my bed. I have some chests, and it's all smack dab next to one of their houses, and some furnaces and whatnot, like all my random stuff that I have,
Right.
And they're just kind of walking all over my stuff and just staring at me, like I'm going to give them. I don't have an emerald in my hand. Sorry, homie. I have a sword in my hand, but they're all staring at me. It's really, really eerie. Stop it. Stop it. Anyway, so all the wonderful things we love about this game, there are many. I have to say there are many. Even though there are a lot of things that irk us about this game in its current state,
Yes.
there are a million more things that make this game as enjoyable as it is to keep coming back to.
No, for sure. I've always enjoyed everything that Mojang gives us. And really everything that's kind of irked us has happened since Microsoft has kind of taken over, I find.
Yeah. I mean, to a certain degree, because I don't remember being upset about things when Microsoft took it over, and it was 4J Studios that was doing the updates for console. I felt like we would get regular title updates.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I truly adored the fact that they had yet another company in on it to make sure that we were all happy on console. And I really appreciated that. So
But
I do miss the 4J Studios version of doing things. But Bedrock came along and it changed Minecraft for what it is today.
Good and
bad. Good and bad. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Bedrock Edition, to be honest. Even though Java is pretty much Bedrock at this point.
Right.
I'm
a fan of what Bedrock does. It allows everyone, kind of includes more people in the Minecraft community because a lot of people don't have access to gaming PCs that can handle Java Edition Minecraft to an extent. And
no, you're right.
They can play it on mobile, on their Wii's, Switches, whatever they have, right?
Right. Your tablet, your computer, whatever. I mean, your tablet, your phone, whatever it is you have to utilize to play the game, you can play it. It's cross-platform on everything, and that's what Bedrock did for the community, was kind of merge everything together, right?
Yeah, and that's kind of one thing I really like about Bedrock is that it has opened it up to so many more people. It would be nice. I don't like the marketplace aspect of it because it's so. What do you want to call it? It's like a little click in school. You have to know people to get into it, and if you don't have the connections, you sit on this wait list forever to actually get accepted into the marketplace. And
right, and it does take a while to get on there.
Yeah, I mean, I've had an application in for 4 years now trying to get in the marketplace. So
I think my mind's about the same. Honestly, I think it was.
Well, we probably did it at the same time as soon as Marketplace started accepting applications.
I think you're right. I think it was 2000. You know what? I think it's sooner than that. I think it was 2018.
Was it? Wow.
That they started taking applications, and it's been about that long.
Now, so it's not that I dislike Marketplace. I would love it if I was able to actually kind of add my own content to it. I've been wanting to bring my own maps to the Marketplace for quite a long time. But I wish Java Edition could have that option. I mean, it's essentially free DLC for Mojang.
It is.
And it would be nice if Java Edition had that option as well, where people who are really good at what they do, coding and developing and making stuff, could make something that the community then wants to play as well, and they can make a profit off of it.
So you're telling me, like, make it where people in Java could also access the same game versions that you can in Bedrock,
or just it's an entirely different thing, its own thing, right? So people in Java, developers, can go and make their own content to sell in Java Edition Marketplace.
So you'd have a lot more reason for a lot of these mod makers to build crazy maps, really.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess to an extent, if you look at it the other way around, how many mods are there for Minecraft? Probably
tens of thousands.
Yeah, and if everyone went and decided, hey, I'm just going to go and sell instead on the marketplace,
there would be no more free content.
There would so there is always negatives to it. I just look at it as,
I think as a whole, I think you're right though. I don't think that it would be too negative of an impact. I think there would still be there's so much of the community that enjoys making stuff for people for free that they don't expect anything in return. But I think what would happen is we would get a few of these development houses, I would say we'll call them, that will create like super unique maps, because it's not just a mod, right? It wouldn't just be a mod. It'd be a map,
right,
that people would have to make. It wouldn't just be a simple mod. And you'd be downloading the map, because that's what you're getting in Marketplace. You're downloading these maps that you can create adventures in and stuff like that. So maybe the map making versions that are free right now, all the free maps you can download in from CurseForge or wherever else you're going to get your stuff from, those may no longer be free if that were the case.
Right, I can see that. Yeah, for sure.
Ooh, I'm building a house, and I think I like where I'm putting it.
I don't even know what I was trying to make a point of with that, but
oh,
I'm at a loss here.
Okay. All right. Anyway, so there are the things in the past that kind of were added to the game that I think that we benefit from every single day. Kind of like, when they did the updates for the end, and they did updates for the villages and stuff like that. I think those are all things that, I mean, ultimately we whine and complain about a lot of this stuff, but when it comes down to it, all those things are super beneficial to the gameplay of the game, to the gameplay, right?
Yeah, so absolutely.
We enjoy that stuff as much as we want to say this could have been done better in this case, or this could have been done better in this case. I think that ultimately all those things are things that we still enjoy no matter what happens to the updates, how poor they're laid out, or how slowly they come across. I think ultimately it's what makes the game fun, and it's where where the enjoyment of the game actually takes place is by having all these things added on all at once together, because you're not just having a small little update and that's all you're getting. You have this amalgamation of updates over the years, and we have what Minecraft is today.
And I can imagine like a new person to the game loading it up and having, I mean, there's tons of content in the game already. There really is tons of biomes. There's 3 dimensions. There is, I don't even know how many mobs there are now, 50, 60 mobs in the game.
I was just gonna question you. 3 dimensions, and I forgot about the overworld.
The overworld dimension.
The overworld is technically a dimension, right?
Yeah, it is technically. I guess we don't consider that, though. It's just the world and then the nether in the end after that. But it's a dimension technically.
Yeah, it's technically a dimension. What do you, when your regular everyday like go to for this game, what do you do? Like, say you hop on, what is your first thing you do? Because everybody has their first thing. Like, they'll go hunt around, like find a village or find a house or something.
Right. I guess my first thing is to find a village. I need food. So I guess my very first thing is every freaking animal I see, I'm killing that thing for food, in hopes that I will
monster.
I know,
monster.
But I'm hoping that I will find a
source for bread,
a village on the way. But
I agree. No, I kill everything too.
Monster.
I know, I'm a monster too. Because you have to survive. That's the whole problem with the initial go of the game, is you have to find any means of being able to have food. And if you're going to sit around and wait for wheat to grow, it's going to be a while.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
So sorry, little piggies. You're gonna be my dinner.
You're my dinner. Give me your bacon.
You're my dinner. Give me your bacon.
But as far as like game goes, I guess my big playthrough with Minecraft is I like automation. That's my big thing when it comes to Minecraft. So any new redstone device that gets added, I get very excited for.
I agree. I love automation. The only problem I have with quote unquote automation is that I really like the modded version of automation in a lot of cases.
True.
That's where I kind of tend to lean towards, because I love all the variations of what we can do with automation when it comes to mods. And I'm a huge fan of modded Minecraft, obviously. But
now, one thing I kind of like, and I kind of get this too when it comes to making data packs and developing for maps and whatnot, is there is something about making something in the vanilla game, just trying to like making something as cool or as powerful as, like, say a mod could be, but you've done it with tools that you've had in the base vanilla game. Like when it comes to any kind of data pack, if you can code it where you don't need any kind of mod to do special events, that's really cool, and it makes you feel accomplished almost in a weird way. I don't know, it's a weird feeling I get.
You're talking about doing it where you're actually coding the non-mod mod.
Yes.
Not doing it in like physical, true, like vanilla style.
Right. So that's
Minecraft.
Just when I come from like development kind of side of Minecraft, because that is also a big part of my Minecraft experience, is developing.
Right. Right.
But
I mean, that's what you do.
Yeah.
I mean, literally your thing.
We were talking about this just before we actually started recording. Any new thing that gets added to Minecraft, I look at ways on how can I exploit that to make something different in a map, or how can I exploit that to do something in a game or whatever.
Okay, that makes sense.
Right. So something that was kind of shown in the new I don't know if it's 1.20.3 or going to come out in 1.21, but they are adding a new tick command, which allows you to speed up and slow down game time. I was picturing how many different slow motion kind of mini games you can make in the game, whereas its original design or whatever, the reason they're adding it is supposed to be for debugging, and it's like, yeah, that's great, but like it could be for this instead.
Right. I see what you're saying.
Like,
yeah. Okay.
Any new mob that gets added to the game, I like to, first thing I do with it is check out its MBT data. Does it have something that it tracks? Does it have something that it does at a certain time of day? Does it have different states? Something that I can use to modify how it interacts in the world versus, hey, that thing looks cute.
Now, speaking of that, have you messed with anything as far as vanilla mods go when you're modding these games? Have you messed with anything for any current projects you're on right now?
I haven't done anything in 1.20 yet because I'm still kind of
Okay.
working with everything in 1.19. But
Okay.
I'm trying to think of anything 1.19 that was added. I mean, anything with block displays are freaking amazing, and people have done some incredible things with block displays.
Okay.
Have you seen anything on Twitter?
What is a block? What are you talking about? Block displays? Now you're throwing me for a loop.
You don't know block displays?
What are block displays?
So
Please describe these to the audience.
3 entities were added to the game. They are block displays, item displays, and interaction entities.
Okay.
Interaction entities are literally what they sound like. If you right-click on them, they will change something in their MBT data that allows you to detect a right-click. So people will add it to like a door, and you could lock the door. I made it so that you could lock chests and stuff like that. There are.
Why is it called a block display?
So that's a different one. So a block display can display a block. So it's like a falling block. You know, like when you have a falling sand block.
Sure.
It's like that, but the game doesn't tick it at all. So it just exists in the world. It's very efficient. It doesn't like take a lot of load on your PC.
Okay.
And it can display any kind of block. If you can put an item in it, an item display will display any item. If you have custom model data on it, it'll display whatever information you put into it. Now
it'll display it. What do you mean by display it?
So a item display. If you put it, you can have it spawn in the world, and it will always. If you set it to billboard or something like that, it will always face the player. It doesn't matter where they're looking. So if they're walking behind it, it'll rotate and it'll face the player.
Oh, kind of like a floating item, but it always face you.
Yes, exactly. And
I see what you're saying.
That
okay, kind of like you have on the main map or the load map for your server.
Yeah, like a spawn area or whatever like that. You have often word billboards, and they will face the player or whatever. But it's all built right into the actual entity now that allows it to do that.
I see.
But you could also, so the biggest thing that people are really doing amazing things with these block displays and entity or item displays is you can add animations to them.
Okay.
So they can actually grow, shrink, change size, change dimensions. And I saw one guy who made a dominoes. I'm going to pop these up on screen if I can find them. They're like a dominoes in Minecraft. So like the guy walks up to this like, I don't know, realistic looking table, sits at it, and then there's like a bunch of dominoes on the table. And you can actually right click on each individual domino because he's using interaction entities that are really tiny. And then as he right clicks on them, they actually animate and they move a little bit and they pick up and they can slide across the table. They do really cool things. Another guy has done like a portal aspect where I don't know how he did it. I really don't know. It's so amazing. But you stand behind it on one side. I'm trying to like show it on my door as well. And you can see inside this big empty room. And if you walk around the wall, it's actually not there. So if you walk through this display entity, you're now in a completely different area. Another guy did where he could like rescale stairs and he could walk up a giant stairs using perspective. And there's just so many amazing things that people have done with these new interaction entities that Mojang added. And they're doing a lot of additions for map makers. I think maybe to appease us because kind of like how we were talking about, it'd be nice to have a marketplace for map makers where people can share their creativity with others. It's kind of allowing them to do that, but for free.
No, you don't. Now, this doesn't translate to Bedrock? This is just specifically for Java?
I don't know. I mean, there's the biggest thing with Mojang is they've been trying to do, what's the term? They're trying to like make it so that everything that they add to Java is also added to Bedrock.
Right. Like because they're trying to merge the two game types, right?
Yeah. Now, I don't know if they ever did that fully with all of the new commands that are added. I mean, Bedrock just got the execute command, I want to say this past year.
I think you're right.
And Well, I mean, there's always been the standard execute command that kind of sucks, but like the new update, the 1.13 execute command that got updated on Java, that
Okay.
was what, 7 years ago, 6 years ago.
Yeah, I think you're right.
That just got updated this year um,
On Bedrock?
on Bedrock.
Really?
Yeah. So I
Oh,
don't
wow.
think Bedrock has all the new commands that they're adding in. I don't know if they have all the entities either. I mean, you still can't even execute with MPT data on Bedrock.
What is MPT data?
So NBT data, every single entity has NBT data that tracks what kind of what they're doing currently, or what their name is, or if they have tags, if they have items in their hands, and you can modify all that in Java Edition just by simply editing their NBT data. You can't really do that in Bedrock, and you can't like test for specific entities based on what their NBT data is.
Oh,
There's also no custom model data in Bedrock Edition. You have to like physically add each individual item. You can't like add models and use a resource pack.
oh,
So there's still a lot of limitations in Bedrock, which is why I kind of like prefer developing in Java too.
okay. I see what you're saying. So you're still kind of bound to some of the old ways, the old rules
In
that
Bedrock
they have
Edition, yeah.
in Bedrock right now. Okay.
I hope they're gonna kind of bring everything they've added to the game to Bedrock, because there's been a lot for map makers and developers. But at the same
Okay.
time, if you knew how to code and you knew how to kind of make the game, then you can already do that in Bedrock with all of with a custom add-on essentially.
Okay.
But
Wow, that sounds all super exciting stuff
All-
that I'm never going to use,
all
but it
super
does sound
technical.
exciting. Yeah. I mean, every time they do like all the technical stuff that I try to do, like in snapshot reviews, I kind of glaze over it because I'm like, I don't know what the heck I'm talking about.
That's fair. That's fair.
so I know it's there and I do mention it, but I'm like, I don't know what this is. I don't think I could speak to it properly.
Whenever I see all the
Sound
technical,
like a total dope.
I kind of like jump over all the blocks that get added to the game, and then I go right to the technical stuff. So
Oh, okay.
definitely two different
Yes,
kind of players here, I guess.
For sure. Yeah, I'm definitely I like the pretty things.
It's been a long time since I've actually sat down and played vanilla Minecraft. I mean, this is the first time.
Yeah, I tried and I couldn't do it. I had to switch it to freaking to modded.
Even, I guess maybe
Yeah.
not vanilla Minecraft, just survival Minecraft. Like, I've been developing and making stuff in Minecraft for
Oh,
8
yeah.
years now. So
You know, I gotta set my spawn here. The last time we played, at least together, not on like just like a map or did like mini games or something like that, was I think we did one on your server. We did a bunch on your server actually, and then I made a few videos on my own on your server, and you did a bunch of videos on your own on your server, and we did a couple together, and they were fun. And then before that, we tried Sky Factory. Remember that?
yes.
And it was fun, but the Sky Factory 4, for whatever reason, and I love modded Minecraft. I will never knock modded Minecraft. Was so tedious.
That's when
It
we
was
played,
so-
or?
Yeah, when we played it had the what was it? The bonsai trees. You had to mix all the nuts to create
Yeah.
all the different trees. It was so tedious
And
that
time
the first
consuming.
the first 3 episodes was just getting materials in order to build more than what we had.
Right.
And it was a little frustrating, but I mean, other than that, it was fine. I'd love to do a modded series, like a full blown modded series, in Minecraft. It'd be a lot of fun, I think.
We've been talking about it, and we're thinking we might do a Crazy Craft in a newer version.
I think it would be a lot of fun.
Yes.
I really do. I think it'd be a freaking blast, honestly.
But yeah, so I
I'm gonna
mean,
play
that's the
things.
technical side of Minecraft. That's kind of everything I get excited for, and I definitely get excited for some vanilla stuff that gets added. But
I love the vanilla stuff that gets added. I love the technical stuff that gets added because it adds a layer for servers that I join that make them more interesting, more intriguing. Because you rarely join a server that's modded. You mostly join them modded vanilla,
Right.
not modded forge modded, you know what I mean, or fabric modded, because they're just too hard to secure. People end up with a whole lot of griefing.
Yep.
And you end up with a lot of garbage to deal with, and it's unfortunate, but that's just the way it kind of pans out.
You know, I 100% agree. I mean, there's a lot of protection that comes from vanilla-based servers, and you can get protection mods, but there's a lot more vanilla servers than there are modded anyways.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. I think I want to build some, there we go, some barrels. Build me some barrels.
So what is one of your favorite things that Minecraft ever added, or Mojang ever added?
Honestly, probably the variation of villagers. I really hated the original villagers.
Yeah, the plain brown coats.
Right. I wish there was an option, and this takes us back to modded Minecraft. MCA, you ever play it before? Minecraft Comes Alive?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so what it does is it takes all the characters, all the villagers, and it gives them a generic name. It has a giant pool of names. Almost all of them are some form of Asian name. They just happen to be that. I don't know if the developer was Asian or not.
Right.
But they all take on a generic skin from somewhere in the world. You know? Okay. So you have what look like regular Minecraft characters, and if the game feels a lot less alone, because you can interact with the people. You can talk to them.
NPCs, or
they look like NPCs.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can interact with them. You can marry them. You can make friends with them. You can hire them. You can ask them to follow you. You can trade with them. The ones that are tradable, you can still trade with them. They have emotions. They can get sad. They can get happy and whatnot. So you can talk to them, tell them jokes.
Okay.
Tell them about your daily adventures, and it changes their mood. It's really kind of cool. It's more like Sims.
Right. It adds a lot of life to your world.
It really does. And for me, I think it's probably one of my favorite mods. The only thing I don't like about that mod in particular is it forces your skin to change.
Really?
It forces it to be one of their generic skins. And I don't really care for that. I really want to use my skin because I put a lot of time and effort in designing it.
Right.
I want to use it. But at the same time, it makes the game feel like you're playing with a bunch of friends, even though I have none. So
we're friends.
Well, we're friends, but we rarely get to play. So because you're so busy.
Salad.
But no. Other than that, I mean, that's probably one of my favorite mods. That I wish the villagers took on some other like regular NPC traits, or that was an option to do. Like leave it standard villager with the big schnoz.
Right.
And the crossed arms, or make them, be more interactive, or you can, ask them to follow you and ask them to do things for you. You can hire them to build things for you, or be guards in the village, which is really cool.
Kind of makes me think of the Techtopia mod. I don't know if you ever checked that one out.
No, I've never seen that.
So it's one made by Tango Tech, and I did a series for Beckro Jack. I actually had made a village where you kind of you can build your own village from scratch, and you can assign village houses a certain like type, and then you can actually hire specific types of villagers to do things in that village. There's teachers, there's like ones that play music at the bar. It adds
that's
whole
cool
lifestyle.
That is really
right.
cool. It would make the game it make one player gameplay a lot more exciting.
Right.
And that's how we find ourselves, is playing a lot of 1v or PvE, right? Is a whole lot of us versus the game itself.
I do agree the villager update was a really cool one. I just made a map for Beckro Jack in 1.12, and I spawned a bunch of villagers in, and there's no variation. You can tell it's old Minecraft because everyone's just brown. Every village is just brown.
Right.
They don't look like they have any professions, but that's just how it used to be.
That's how it used to be. It used to be the generic villager, little her. That's all you got out of it.
I mean, we still just get the but
we just get the I feel like there's a little more character to them now, but it's the same.
You just gotta
But
use a resource pack to make them all actually talk in annoying voices.
oh yeah, hard no, hard pass. I don't know if I'd want them. Like even in the MCA Minecraft Comes Alive, it's not. There's no real voices, but you hear them crying though if they're like sad and stuff.
Oh, poor guys.
Yeah, I know. Like they get married too. Like they'll marry each other as well, and if like a spouse gets killed,
Yeah.
it's sad times.
Oh,
It's
poor
sad
guy.
times. And, yeah, I know. It's a pretty fun mod. I wish they had it for more than just. I think it's 1.16.5 is the latest version. When they updated the last one before that was 112.2.
Oh,
And
wow.
you know, a lot of things stuck at 112.2 because that's when they changed the coding for the game to 113, right?
Yeah. A
When
lot
they did
of
the
the
aquatic
original really cool mods where they stopped developing after 1.12.
Right. Because that's when the, what do you call it? The coding changed for the aquatic update. That's when everything changed. Actually, that's when Bedrock came alive.
Is it?
Yeah. Bedrock
Okay.
is what kind of changed everything for the Minecraft what do you call it? I'm trying to think.
Modded
I
community?
think.
What do you mean?
No, the console editions.
Oh,
the
I
console
see.
editions started to take a dive after that because that's when they started switching everything over. The only one that stayed, I think, was the Xbox 360 edition. They pushed on over all the other consoles for whatever reason. I really don't know why. That actually made it to 1.13 point whatever, and the other ones didn't. That's where they stopped.
So maybe you know the answer to this. Did they
Yeah.
like what happens if you have a digital not digital a hard copy of Minecraft for console edition? Can you still load it up and play it today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I still have the Xbox 360 edition. Well, I don't know if it works anymore because they just discontinued the Xbox 360 everything, right?
It's just is it just hard stuck in 1.13 then?
Yeah, that's as far as it got.
Okay.
Same with the Xbox One edition. I can still play it. As a matter of fact, that's how I got my Epic World off of my Xbox 360. I transferred it to the Xbox One originally because you can do that clean transfer from one to the other through your Xbox One account. And then from Xbox One, what I had to do is I had to create a realm and I had to upload it as a realm. Once it's a realm, you can then download the world as a map. And then you
Okay.
can convert it to a Java map.
That's excessive.
It's excessive. It's a huge process, but that's how I was finally able to get it off of console. And I was super excited that I could do that.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So now my world lives on. I can still play it to this very day, and I'm super excited about that.
Now I'm trying to think of like some of the favorite things that have ever been added to the game, and it's hard because everything that gets added to the game is cool in its own way. It's all works together to how to make the game better.
Right.
But there's actually like I love the game. It's in a whole I love the game, but individual things that get added, like I'm trying to go through it all. The Deep Dark was really really cool when they added that because it was something they haven't done like a big structure addition in a long time.
Right.
So it's really cool to see that.
I mean, you mean the ancient cities down below?
Yeah, is that not Deep Dark?
I think it's called. No, the Deep Dark is that mod. That mod is creepy as heck, dude.
No, I think the Deep Dark is the biome that the city spawned in, isn't it?
Is it really? The Deep Dark was a mod in 1.12 that we had in Sky Factory, I think 2. That was the creepiest place because everything was pitch black. A light would only travel like 1 block, and crazy amounts of mobs would spawn in, like an insane amount.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to look it up. Yeah, so Deep Dark is the
It's the biome?
Is the biome, but deeper and darker. Maybe is that what you're?
No, the deep dark.
Official Feed the Beast. Okay.
Yeah, Feed the Beast. That's it.
It's been a while since I played that.
Yeah, it's been a long time, man. It's been a really long time. Yeah, it's you know the other thing that I used to love back in the day, and you don't really see it today, is lucky block challenges.
No, we were just talking about this. We need to do some of these.
I think so because I don't know if they've been done. At least I know they have been done, but I know they haven't been done well. I won't mention the people that have done them recently because I think that the people they used them up back in the day when everybody loved lucky block challenges, but I still think they're relevant because if they're entertaining enough, I think they're fun to watch because I love watching these crazy things happen when somebody pops open a lucky block.
Yeah, I love the randomness from lucky blocks. Like you have no idea what's going to pop out of them. And I think we should start doing maybe some lucky block races, maybe get into some kind of lucky block challenges where we have to fight certain mobs with what comes out of them.
I think that would be a lot of fun. Honestly, it'd be a blast.
You know, with like, oh, I didn't bring a freaking axe with me. With my ability to make custom mobs, we could literally have a different custom mob every single time. You want to fight Mr. Krabs? Sure, I'll make Mr. Krabs. You want to fight Homelander from The Boys? Sure, it'll be hard, but I can make it happen.
Oh, that would be pretty funny, dude.
I think it would be really cool because we could bring content that is pretty chaotic, in my opinion, but also completely custom.
That would be a lot of fun, dude. I think it'd be a lot of fun.
All right, yeah, I think it's decided. We're gonna do that.
I think so. Would you guys enjoy watching that? I think you guys would. I really do.
Let us know in the comments below.
Let us know in the comments below if we're wasting our time or if you think that would be a blast. I think it'd be a blast. Okay, I'm gonna put some of this crap away. I'm replacing I have to replace all my barrels with chests.
Why?
Because the stupid villagers won't leave.
Because they're all
congregating in my house. I gotta put.
Because it's what do they call it? Like a point of interest for the villager or something?
Yeah, it is.
That's funny. That's another thing that actually I exploited when Minecraft did its things that I've used recently.
What's that?
On a crafty project, I had it was like a 1 block. So I used the fact that villagers have certain point of interests.
Okay.
So I had to spawn some villagers in on one island, but then they wanted the villagers to travel back by themselves to the original island. Well, unless I'm going to code a travel path for them and teleport them each individual way,
yeah,
it's a bit of a pain in the butt. So instead, I modified their MBT data to say your point of interest is at this coordinates.
Oh, and so they made their way that way.
Yeah, as long as the villager had a bridge to cross, it just automatically made its way there. So it's like pathfinding for villagers.
Oh, okay. It's like a rat trap.
Yeah.
Or a mouse maze, sorry.
I really wish Mojang would add pathfinding commands of some sort, like pathfind to this location by this entity.
Oh, specifically for entities, so you can tell entities to follow a path. That would be kind of cool, because you can program things to walk an area.
Yeah, you can make them walk around a circle. You can make like guards that are walking up and down a certain area.
Yeah, because you can have like iron golems walk up and down an area, and then they would never leave that hallway or whatever it is that you're trying to get through.
Right, and if it's just a pathfind, well, their pathfinding gets overridden when they have a target that they need to attack. So like it'd be great for guards because we're guarding this area, and all of a sudden a zombie walks in front of them. They're like, oh, we gotta go fight this guy now, and it'd be perfect.
Right. That would be pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, I don't know. I always try to find like little ways to exploit everything, and it makes me think of like other things that were added. It's funny though. A buddy of mine who works on the crafty team. Still, he didn't get let go. Sad face. He's a big modder, and we always joke around. Everything that he adds to his mod that help with our development for crafty when I was on the team.
Yeah.
Mojang was always adding to the game.
Oh, that's funny.
Right. So like we had like custom damage commands. We had custom. He just showed me or told me about his new tick command that would slow the game down or freeze the game, and then Mojang released the thing yesterday that showed the new stuff. So I messaged him. I was like, dude, are you guys like working with Mojang now?
Oh, Tyler wishes.
Right? I mean, he probably has a pocket in there, or hand in someone's pocket there.
My watch found Tyler wishes for me for whatever reason. I said, Tyler wish. I have no idea. My watch decided to listen to what I was saying, and the search term for Tyler wishes came up. I'm like, okay.
Weird.
That's freaking odd, dude. My watch listens to me way more than it should. Bed is occupied. You can't sleep in a bed that's occupied now?
No, not when it's got another villager in it.
Yeah, you can usually bounce them out. Oh, you can't sleep in a bed that's occupied with a child.
Really?
Yeah, because you can bounce a regular villager out, but the one that had a child in it, it says this bed is occupied.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that.
That was weird. I never knew that either.
Yeah, so I was just walking by bees, and they were a little addition to the game that not many people really thought was useful and thought it was very random, but it does add a lot of what do I want? Environment or life to your worlds.
It does. So this is the problem I had with bees. It wasn't the bees themselves, other than the fact that they're these ginormous bees, which look ridiculously silly. But it is a make-believe world, and I get it. Okay. It's the fact that they didn't add any other bugs. Like, I get the bees, and they added environment, but that was the perfect opportunity to like maybe add particle effects for like fireflies or butterflies or something else along those lines. Ants, birds.
I mean,
anything.
They're so random, but like in Ore Spawn, the little ants that kind of spawn from the ants.
Anthills?
Anthills?
Yeah.
They drop nothing. You use them to travel dimensions, but in a vanilla game of Minecraft, they would just add
atmosphere. They'd be atmosphere. Yeah, exactly. Just like these, I don't know why there's frogs in the desert, but there's frogs in the desert here. These do they drop anything?
That seems like
no.
Frogs? No, they are only new. Okay, so any new mob now doesn't drop anything. Essentially, they can be used to get new items. So like the frogs you have to have the frogs eat a magma cube and it will drop a frog lamp.
Oh, is that where you get the frog lamps from?
Yeah, and
I just killed the poor frog. So I have a bunch of magma cubes.
Really? Yeah. So you got to bring a frog bag with you, and then it'll eat the magma cubes and poop out a frog lamp.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna try that. I am gonna definitely try that right now.
There was another mob that did something similar. You have to use the mob to get the item. What are the new mobs that have been added to the game
recently? What is that sniffer?
So the sniffer has to sniff out items. It doesn't actually drop anything.
It finds that the flower, whatever,
the
seeds or the ancient flowers are totally useless, by the way.
Yeah, they really dropped the ball on. Like could have been such good stuff for those seeds and flowers, and they could have had uses, but no.
I mean, so again, that same torch flower, it comes from, which mod is it? Is it Botanica? I think it is. Yeah. And that torch flower is used to create mana. We obviously don't have mana in the game, but it'd been cool if it was a source for either light or creating fire or something along those lines, where it had a little bit of use to it, even if it was just a light bit of light, like a 3-block diameter of light, would have been really freaking unique. Because then you're adding more ambiance to the nighttime gameplay. Because right now, no one wants to be out at night because you're going to get surrounded by mobs, right? So it'd be cool to see that stuff though at night. Fireflies, those little flowers. If all that stuff lit up around the world, it'd be such a beautiful place at night, as much as it is during the day. That it would make for more of a reason to be out and about to explore in the evening at night.
Yeah, true. I could see that.
So I don't know.
They updated it so like mobs are less likely to spawn at night because they need like a 0 block light now. So, like, having more mobs that could spawn in lower light levels would be kind of cool, because like mobs that don't try to attack you anyways. Yeah,
that'd be kind of cool too, because it seems like we only get our aggressive mobs at night, in the evening, right? Except for strays and husks. They come during the daytime too, don't they?
Yeah.
Actually, no, I don't think they do. Actually, they only come at night, but they'll stay during the day. They don't burn.
Are you sure? I thought they could spawn in daylight.
Oh, I don't have any in my desert. So
I don't know.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, probably not then.
Yeah, I think they do come at night, but my desert is barren of all the mobs. They do come at night, but I have so many freaking iron golems in here that there's no way anything's gonna hurt anybody in here. The nighttime, if we had nighttime mobs like for instance the wolves, we really shouldn't see them during the day because they're more of a
nocturnal.
They're more of
mob.
Exactly. So if we saw those in the evening, I think that makes more sense. but we see them during the day. They're- I mean, that's all we see them, and they don't really sleep or lay down or anything like that. They just sit. Like the foxes sleep, which is really cool. I think that's really a really unique thing when you see creatures. I guess that's what is going to end up being like, right? The armadillo is another creature out and about that we get to interact with. That's not going to really do much.
I hope they add some animation stage to it where it like hides in its shell or something.
That would be cool. I doubt it because they don't make the turtles hide in their shells. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think they're very simplistic when it comes to stuff.
When were turtles added?
Turtles were added with the aquatic update.
And then foxes were after turtles then.
14.1 was foxes.
So aquatic was 13?
13. 13 was when everything changed.
Maybe they're starting to give animals more animations. I mean, they give the sniffers like sniffing animations. Do they have any other animations? Actually, I've never seen a sniffer.
The foxes carry things. They'll steal stuff and run away. I've never seen a sniffer either, other than spawning it in for my one video. So I've never actually ran into one. I don't know if you have to make them grow.
I think you have to dig up their egg, don't they?
Do you?
I think you have to like go to the ancient or the ruins and dig up their eggs.
I'm never gonna.
I don't know. You reviewed this, not me.
I never looked for the ruins though. I never like hunted for them. I just knew that they existed. I kind of mocked up a little section that looked like it was ruins and said, "You go here and you get things." That's it. I said it just like that too.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anyway, so I guess the main reason why I love this game. Did I ever tell you how I started playing this game?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so years ago, I had this screen print shop, and one of my graphic designers was a kid just out of high school, right? Just hired him. Somebody asked me if I'd hire him, and I said sure, why not? He was a good kid, and there's none of the magma cubes here. Anyway, so he asked me one day, "Hey, you ever play this game Minecraft?" And I'd heard of it, but I thought it was this 8-bit piece of crap game. I'm like, no, I'm never going to play that dumb game. It's an 8-bit pile of junk. Why would I ever play that? And not but a few weeks later, Ethan asked me about it. And he was little at the time, you know?
Yep.
So he was maybe 3 or 4. He asked me about Minecraft, about playing Minecraft. And he must have seen it on YouTube or something. I'm not sure where. And Stampy, exactly. Dan, I think it was Dan TDM.
Okay.
And I said, maybe. So then we ended up buying it, downloaded version on the Xbox 360, I believe then. And he played a bit, and I showed him how to play because he didn't understand the controls and stuff because, again, he was a little kid. And I fell in love with the game, and that was it. That was it. So what it came down to is that this game is quite amazing. The fact that it could bring so many people of so many age groups together that, I mean, I know a lot of adults that play it only because I'm in the Minecraft community, not because I know adults here locally that play it. Like I know adults that are, oh yeah, I played that with my kids once or twice, but that's about it. But
I mean, a lot of the hermits on the Hermitcraft server are all adults, are they not?
They are now, but they weren't then. They were maybe in their. I mean, I guess they were technically adults. They were in their 20s. Now
some of them are 40s and 50s.
Are they?
Yeah.
Who? I thought they were all in their 30s.
No. Well, 30s is kind of adult too. But
30s is adult, but I mean, but when we first started watching everybody, they were all in their 20s. They were kids.
Well, there was one. It was a Tinfoil Chef who passed away.
Oh, was it?
One of the hermits passed away, and he was an older gentleman.
Oh, was he one of the OGs?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
But
rest in peace, Tinfoil Chef. If that was him, if it was him, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm gonna go with maybe.
Yes, it was Tinfoil Chef. Okay, I just had to confirm that.
Okay, good. So we're not making rumors.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so he was an older fella, and he passed away.
Oh.
as far as I know, suddenly, I mean, the hermits probably know a lot more than what they share, but
About what?
about like how he passed away and all that kind of
Oh,
stuff.
I see
But,
what you're saying. Yeah.
yeah, and then there's like we got invited to one server one time called Adults Playing Minecraft or
Oh,
something like
yeah,
that,
yeah,
and
yeah.
there's a good handful of them
Yeah,
that are 40s and 50s.
for sure.
Um,
There's quite a few on there actually. I think that's
okay,
everybody. I think everybody on there was older.
I'm just gonna quickly change subject back
What's
to
that?
what we were talking about before.
What's that?
I know we talked about having good stuff to say about the game.
Yeah.
I hate this. What do you call this stuff? Powdered snow.
Oh, I hate powdered snow. I think that
I
was
hate
one of the.
traversing mountains.
I think is one of the dumbest freaking updates they had in the game. Dude, there's a
Yeah.
skull in the side of the mountain here.
Like natural.
Natural. It looks cool. It's not really a skull. It just looks like one. Anyway, sorry. But yeah, no, I hate powdered snow, man. That's like one of the dumbest additions to the game. Yeah, there are a few things that they added to the game that are still pretty silly that I don't really care for.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's great fun. I'll probably never really go down to look at the ancient cities very often because they honestly scare the crap out of me. So I probably won't do a whole lot of that. That being said, it does make going into caves more enjoyable. But there are a few things that I just won't do very regularly. Just because, same with the Nether. I love the Nether update, but I don't go in the Nether very often unless I need materials from there. It's not like I go out of my way and go, oh, go to the Nether just for the heck
Let's go
of it.
look at the stuff that was added.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
not at all.
we did that for when it first released, but that was it.
That was all it was for, just to go look at everything, and then we're like, okay, I think we're done. I think we're gonna call it quits. I don't need anything else. Yeah, if I need to go get blaze powder or wither skulls, hunt around in the nether fortresses or the bastions to get materials. That's as far as I get.
Right.
I should probably do more, but no, I don't.
When they said they were gonna add fluffier snow, I pictured fluffy snow. Not snow that you can fall in and get killed.
Oh, I know. I mean, you can make some really cool traps with it, which is really neat.
Yeah.
But I don't think I don't like the mountains because of that reason. So I don't go exploring the tops of mountains anymore because I've died once or twice.
Right.
And you freeze to death, and that's it. You're done.
I was kind of picturing or half. I mean, it probably would be weird if they did it, but I was half expecting it to be kind of like the physics mod. I don't know if you've checked out much of the physics mod, but they add fluffy snow to the mod, and you like walk through it, and you leave like
footprints behind. Yes, yeah. I've had that mod before. Yeah, it makes the game more realistic.
Yeah.
And it does add to lifestyle changes in the game. It makes it a lot more fun, in all honesty. But yeah, that would make more sense where you see your feet print and like you leave tracks. That would be cool because
fluffy snow.
That's fluffy snow, because that would kind of, especially if you're in some kind of a in a map where you're trying to steer clear of somebody, you can track somebody that way.
That'd be so good,
right?
It'd be like its own block. It's like a block that you walk on top of, and it would kind of sink down the longer you sat on it or walked on it.
Yeah.
And after it snowed or something like that, the block just reset itself or whatever.
Exactly. I don't see a problem with that.
That'd be fluffy.
It'd be fluffy. But no, they're talking about quicksand. Snow, essentially, is what we have here. Is what you sink in, and if it's one block, it's fine. You can get your way out. If you're wearing leather boots too, I believe you can walk across it.
Yeah.
But you have to be conscious enough to wear leather boots when you go hiking through the snow.
See, they always try to add something to the game that makes something useless in the game a little bit more useful.
I guess so. Like leather boots.
Yeah.
Yeah, leather boots are absolute trash. They're like the most useless thing. You throw those away the second you get freaking iron. Or chainmail or whatever you can get your hands on. Did I kill the only frog in the area?
Oh, that's so heartbreaking.
Oh, it's so sad. I want another frog now. Oh well. I got my magma cubes. I'm gonna throw them at him. I'm gonna throw it at it like a block of lava. It's gonna eat a block of lava. That's weird. That's weird, dude.
Is it weird?
I think it's weird that a frog is gonna eat a block of lava. I think it's awfully
And then
strange.
poop out a light.
And then poop out a light.
I mean, I guess it's just had some bad gas.
Bad guess. It's some mega frog.
It's not sitting well with him.
It's the mega frog. Mega frogs eat lava. I eat lava for dinner. That's weird. There are a lot of weird things from this game, but
There are.
you know,
It's a game we love.
it is. You know what's cool about the newer versions of the game? Before, if you cleared, have you ever cleared what do you call it? A map region area, and then gone back and regenerated it within a map?
No, I haven't.
So what happens is it leaves these giant cut lines where you see like sides of mountains like just half eaten. They're just gone because
I thought it was supposed to like regenerate the same way.
well they didn't at first, especially when you switched versions like from the consoles from one console to the other, because the Xbox 360 had such a small map generation area and the Xbox One had a much larger area. Even though it still had borders, it still had a much larger map area. And you'd see the original footprint. Like you can see the border, like the cut in the water. You can see the cliff. Then later they started making it, I think 1.14, they started doing that transition between maps where they tried to clean it up a little bit, but you can still tell because a mountain would end and then there'd be a river. Or a mountain would end and there'd be the ocean. You know what I mean?
Right.
So they try to taper it off, but you'd still see the ocean. Now, if you clear a region area and you load back in, it matches it like beautifully. It looks like nothing's ever changed.
Right.
I know this because I just did it on one of my maps, except for one region area where I wanted to keep my base and I wanted to update the entire map to 1.20 because it was at 1.16 and it regenerated it. And in I'm like, oh, you're going to be able to see the cut lines right here. I'm trying to explain it in the video and you don't. It's the most beautiful transition, like it never existed. It's a whole new map, but it's still freaking really cool. So I really like the fact that they took the time and effort to make that transition between region generations cleaner, especially like for servers and stuff. Like if you block off an area of 5,000 by 5,000 so you can have future updates.
Right, that makes sense.
Right, like I think you did that with your server, and then you open up further so people don't explore those areas. That regeneration, if you clear that area, it won't look sloppy.
They do a lot of future proofing now with the newer versions.
That's what they call it, future proofing.
I don't know if that's what they call it, but that's
sounds wonderful. I love it. All right.
I think probably most of our chat.
I think so.
But all right. Yeah, so I guess that's where we're gonna end this block talk, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment down below with what else you guys want to hear us talk about, whether it's Minecraft related or not Minecraft related. But guys, most importantly, do not forget to have a lovely day. Bye, guys.
See ya.